1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the, the Great Depression, passed the, a tariff bill, the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which raised or lowered, raised tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression.
Motherfucker, say what one more goddamn time. I got nowhere else to go!
I wish my brother George was here.
Leave my fucking chesticles alone.
Oh my god, just leave her alone. Just leave Betty Loco alone. Just leave her alone.
The whole world's gone crazy!
I put some lube on and got him on his feet.
over here.
Give in to your anger.
China money and influence.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Welcome to the 21st Century Suffragettes cast. We are not going back.
Totally is.
I like that drop too.
Totally is.
Fuck it, we're gonna
Motherfucker, we're doing it live.
Doing it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
I'll write it. We're gonna do it live. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Do this live too. Remember,
Yeah.
put your middle fingers up if you're down with me. Sway 'em from side to side so I can't see. If I flick you off, you better flick me off. 2 middle fingers in the air to say what up, dude.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Yep. We might as well keep saying that while we still can. Because
Yeah,
God knows what's
right.
gonna happen next.
I was just thinking about that. We're all gonna be able to not do this.
Well, that's
Not
why I
able to
said
do this.
let's not say his name anymore. Let's really try in an effort. Make an
Yeah.
effort.
I've got plenty of other names for him.
Oh yeah, I got
we
a
have,
whole
we
list.
have a whole book full.
I have a massive list of nicknames
Freud
that
was
I've
right.
been.
Hello,
been
Chatland,
collecting.
everybody in Chatland, everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm exhausted, but I'm here. I made it. Not for lack of trying. There you go.
Fucking thing
Names. Names. More names. More names.
I have 4
There-
pages.
yeah. It's not a lack of things we can call that motherfucker. That's what I prefer to call him. That motherfucker.
Tangerine Trader. Tangerine Tyrant.
Uh,
Yeah.
Let me see. Persimmon Bootler. What?
Mango Mussolini. Mango
Mandarin
and
Mussolini.
chain.
Yeah.
so, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could get I don't know, 10,000 people to go stand out in front of the White House and tell Biden, hey, Biden, SEAL Team 6. Real quietly.
You look a little too happy in that little photo op with Trump yesterday. It's like, what the fuck's up with that, man?
Hey.
Yeah, that really grinded my gears. And then in the back of my head, I'm thinking, all this fucking pomp and circumstance for this motherfucker.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what he did the last time he was in our fucking White House? Joe?
Wouldn't it be great if we could get 6 more subscribers so we could reach 600 today?
Shut the front door! All that hard work pays off sometimes. Sometimes.
Yep. 6 more subscribers. We have 600. So thank you guys
Holy
so much.
shit.
Because
I didn't even look today. I didn't even look. Today was surgery day, so I've been a little You're busy and preoccupied.
There's the vault door closing.
I hope everything, is going well.
Yeah.
And the fuckery still rolls on. And the fuckery still rolls on.
I don't even want to talk about his picks. Everybody's talking about his picks. I don't care about his picks. His picks are a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, they're boogies that he picked out of his nose.
Yeah.
They're going to be totally different when JD gets to be president. So they're going to change pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I started to write them down and I just said, I don't want to talk about it. We'll find out. And not only that, these are his picks and they have to be confirmed. But, if he blows off the Constitution, then they won't be confirmed. And then,
He's already blown off the Constitution.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
because
Last
JD
time
Vance,
he was here.
Wait, hold on. And then the acting thing. Remember how all the people in his fucking cabinet before that could not get confirmed were acting this, acting that? Yeah. So we could just put them all as in acting and then they don't need fucking confirmation picks. I mean, come on. We've been through this shit before.
That long anyway. They're not going to last. JD Vance is going to pick his own cabinet.
Who?
JD Vance.
Why?
They didn't elect Trump. They elected JD Vance. Trump's not going to last that long.
You know what I do rather enjoy? People typing into their computer, how can I reverse my vote? How can I change my vote? What is a tariff? Fuck you!
What is Project 2025?
Yeah.
You should have been doing
Not
all that
like-
research before the fucking election.
Yeah, listen, I've been screaming at these fucking trolls and these MAGA fucking mouth-breathing knuckle draggers for 10 fucking years.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You're fucking stupid, MAGA. Just admit up to it. Own up to it.
Yep.
Fucking own your own ignorance.
Yeah, and start recalling some of the assholes. If you have a recall law in your state, start recalling some of the assholes you put in place.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are fucking dumber than fucking dog shit. We've been yelling at you for 10 years. You won't fucking listen. You listen to every fucking buddy else about vaccine. How about this one? This one really chaps my ass, yeah? So, 2020, they were all like, the voting machines were connected to the internet. They were screaming it was connected to the internet. Now that they were connected to the internet through Starlink, there's fucking crickets from these assholes.
Yeah. Nobody says a word.
Nobody says a fucking word. It's unbelievable.
Those guys. The cricket chorus.
What the fuck, man? You guys were
I want to go out there and give them all shaking fucking MAGA syndrome.
Yeah, thank you, Dearborn, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Dearborn, Michigan. You know, we're a lot of Muslim population. And guess what? They were all voted for Jill Stein and all this shit, and now they're freaking out because Gaza's going to be a parking lot, and we kept trying to tell you, but you wouldn't fucking listen.
They didn't hear a fucking word. They were too busy with all their
communist robots.
Not respecting the country that they're living in, that they were allowed to come and live in.
And we haven't heard hide nor hair.
Have a great life, but no.
We haven't heard hide nor hair from Jill Stein from 4 years ago. Never talked about her for 4 years, and then all of a sudden she's popped right the fuck back up, and you motherfuckers vote for her? Jesus. I can't.
Jill Stein, who sat at the table with fucking Mike Flynn and Putin himself having dinner.
Yeah. So you guys that voted anything but for Kamala Harris voted to not just punish everyone else, but you're going to see it come back at you as well.
Oh.
That's just the bottom line. It's going to come back at you as well.
And that's the problem.
See, we're unfortunately, what MAGA doesn't realize is in America, we're all in this together. All the citizens are in this together. And we try to vote for the people who best suit everybody, not just their own selfish fucking one issue need.
And they are going to realize that we were actually fighting for their rights as well. When they realized that we were screaming at the top of our lungs, don't vote for Jill Stein, it's going to be a nightmare. Oh, and guess what you did? Guess what? You voted all these maggots in. Guess what? It's going to be a fucking nightmare. Good luck, because, can Donald Trump deport my illegal alien family members? Well, they're not criminals, so how can he do it? Guess what? He gonna do it anyway. And if you married, he's gonna fucking do it to you too. So, birthright citizenship and all this shit, literally, people say he can't just shut down the Constitution and be like, yeah, I'm calling it dictatorship. He can't do it.
Donnie can do whatever the fuck he wants now.
Wait a minute.
Right?
We've watched him get away with everything.
Murder. There's 1.2 million people dead because he fucking lied.
Yeah.
Called it a Democratic hoax. Said it would go away in the spring. It was no worse than the flu. It was from China. Every fucking excuse under the sun as to why it affected us the way it did. Well, it affected us the way it did because he disbanded the pandemic response.
Yeah. Who's going to stop him? Who's going to stop him? All the people who he's compromised? Republicans are not going to stop him now. They had the chance in 2020 and 2016, and they didn't do shit. They rolled over.
Not a goddamn thing.
So, I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be hyperbolic or anything like that, but we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Yeah, they have to be confirmed by the Senate. Fuck you. I said not if they're acting and not if he just says, Constitution's gone on day one. Who's going to stop him? Republicans? Yeah, right. You guys are such idiots.
And literally, fuck your own face!
Yes, fuck your own face.
Republicans have been working on getting this to be the case for 30 or 40 years.
Yeah, 40
They've been trying
years.
to get this.
Yep.
Yeah, so don't even act like they're going to protect us.
And I got to tell you, I'm sick and tired of hearing Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He's not. If he was the richest man in the world, he would have been able to buy fucking Twitter outright. But he had to get Saudi money and Russia money and everybody else's money.
Yep.
Putin helped him to buy Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, the Onion bought Alex Jones's fucking thing today. And I had to look to
that's
make
a little
sure.
Taste of honey right there.
Well, wait a minute. I had to double, triple check to make sure that this was true because it was bought by the Onion.
And the Sandy Hook families also helped out.
Yeah,
Sandy Hook families.
Excellent.
Oh my God.
To the Sandy Hook families, I am so very sorry that
I'm
you've
sorry
been
too.
through this misery all these years because of that nasty fat little motherfucker.
I'm
sorry. I'm not body shaming, but he's nasty. He's just as nasty as Bannon is. In a different way, but just as nasty.
And you know what
He probably smells.
Yeah.
I'm 6 years older than Alex Jones, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking good.
Yeah, you look great. No shit. He looks fucking like shit. Yeah. He's my age, and he looks like shit.
He looks like shit.
I'm
and he's
8 years
sitting
older
there.
than him.
He sits there and touts all of these fucking body tonics and fucking health pills. Look at him.
Whatever. Yeah.
There's nothing.
Is it supposed to be this soft?
And I keep coming back to Russia took over our country without firing a shot. It's all been disinformation campaign through social media, and then you've got paid operatives like Peter or Tim Pool and all these other fucking assholes who are pushing all that disinformation, and then they have massive followings, and the left can't even get a foothold. You know what I mean? Like that old saying, a lie travels around the world real quick before the truth can get its pants
can put
on.
its shoes on.
Yeah. So it's like that whole thing, and we've been watching it in slow motion for 10 years, and the Russia hoax. Oh, really? Well, we have the Mueller report to prove that, and now we've got this fucking election to prove that. Because when you've got Russia saying, quote, To achieve success in the election, Donald Trump relied on certain forces to which he has corresponding obligations. As a responsible person, he will be obligated to fulfill them. I'm saying that very slowly so you can fucking understand. This is a quote from Russian Putin's presidential aide, Nikolai Patrushev or whatever.
From a long time ago.
No. This is recent. This just came out.
Somebody else
on November 11th.
Somebody else. He's quoting somebody else. We don't have to fire one shot.
This is Nikolai Patrushev or whatever his name is. And he said just on November 11th, to achieve success in the election, Donald Trump relied on certain forces to which he has corresponding obligations. As a responsible person, which we know he's not, he will be obligated to fulfill them. Now he's
obligated to Russia because Russia helped him get elected. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah.
He's obligated now to Russia, and Russia made it publicly clear that Trump has certain obligations to Russia since Russia helped him get this enormous power.
I mean, I love that picture of him on a dog leash.
Yeah, the cartoon. Yeah.
I love them traipsing his nasty, dirty, slimy, fucking, thing that he calls a wife. All her nasty pictures all over.
He should have a red ball in his mouth.
A gag. A ball gag.
Yeah. and a little black suit that fits him like really super tight.
Yeah.
Like latex.
Yeah. It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be XXX skin suit.
Oh no! Rubber suit. How about a straight jacket instead?
There you go.
With all the fancy shiny buckles.
No, but with crotchless.
Ah! Wizzy, no!
No! Stop it! You're making my stomach turn.
She had to leave. Look at her.
Oh, sure. It is with your crotchless and run. I see how you are. Damn it. Oh, my God.
Or assless. Chaps or something.
Assless chaps so that everybody can still get his ass.
Who's going to win?
You see his diaper pad puffing out of each hole.
Oh, no.
Assless chaps like Prince. Except that flabby thing is going to stick out instead.
No.
Think I'm gonna buy it.
Yes. Okay.
I just grossed myself out.
I'm still trying to regain consciousness.
I'm trying to recover from the visual I just gave myself to Benny Loco. I'm so sorry.
There's enough horrific things we get to look at. We don't need to even think about that nonsense. Seriously. Yes, Tony.
I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I took yesterday off. I didn't see the fucking picture. I didn't read the fucking Maddow article. I took yesterday off. I said, fuck it. I'm staying on the fucking couch and I'm going to watch fucking TV all day and I don't give a shit. I don't want to look at anything election related. I don't want to think about it. And I'll tell you what. It wasn't that easy.
No, it's not.
Because I know I'm going to have to catch up. And then you guys in our text chain was like, my God.
You had to silence your notifications.
Matt Gaetz for Attorney General. I'm going, for fuck's sake. I don't want to think about this right now.
Sorry.
No, I need
it just keeps getting it just keeps getting more and more Twilight Zone-y. I mean,
well, the interesting thing is it's revealing, very revealing, either who is being thrown under the bus or who's being elevated. Now, every person who's being elevated is being elevated so they can be flicked like that into the path of the bus.
Yeah.
And the bus is already heading towards them, right? Because that's what the ones that are closest to him know the most, so he's going to off them first.
Well, he's already, Elon Musk.
And dare anybody else who takes their place to try.
Elon Musk is already reportedly getting on his fucking nerves because he won't leave fucking Trump alone, and he's hanging out at Mar-a-Lago, and he's
like having a 3-year-old hanging around.
Well, Putin
like,
could
all
off
the time.
Trump.
Yeah.
Now Putin could off Trump because Trump's going to remove any protect. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be people that know they're going to be. They're going to be okay. What these guys do is they get people really close to them that know a lot of stuff about them, but they always know more about these people. Okay, so they're kind of co-compromised.
Yeah.
But rather than live with the fear that they may someday be exposed, the more powerful one will off everybody that's been a part of it, so they can't never snitch them off.
Yeah,
it's a crime syndicate.
That's a crime syndicate.
Yeah, you said it was in our text chain. You said it's a terrorist takeover, isn't it? Would you say again?
Yeah, I said it's a hostile. It's a hostile takeover.
Yeah, hostile terrorist takeover of our government.
Yeah,
because it's like the lunatics are running the asylum.
Yep. Not yet.
You voted
Not
for this.
yet.
Wait, there's no asylum allowed.
That's right.
Yeah, asylum is not one of Donnie's favorite words. It elicits really bad things in his head, like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Yeah, a safe full of ready threats from Tiffany. Yeah, I bet. And the whole thing with Russia coming out right away with the naked pictures of Melania, that makes me think.
Imagine what they have on him.
That makes me think there's more. There's more that we don't know.
Of course there is.
Maybe
remember the pee-pee tapes? Yes.
Yep.
That was a tease. It's like, Donnie, be on your best behavior.
Yep, he threw that out there. He threw that out there. He threw that into the atmosphere.
Letting the Mango Mussolini know who's boss.
That's right.
Oh, who the fuck cares? His dick is like a gherkin.
It still makes me laugh.
It's true. Oh my God. It's fucking true.
Foolish.
We have eyewitnesses, you see, so we know it's true.
But the deficiencies in the American justice system have been really exposed, though. You can be an adjudicated rapist, guilty of 34 felonies, and you can still get elected president of the United States.
You can still buy your way out.
That's telling the world just how weak the United States is.
You can be a human trafficker and be the attorney general.
Yep. So all this American
exceptionalism?
No.
Yeah. Take your fucking exceptionalism and stuff it up your ass. And another thing, MAGA, America has never been great. Ask black people. Ask the indigenous people. Ask the Hispanic people. Ask the fucking Asian people how fucking great America's always been.
LGBTQ. People, ask them.
Your hands are freezing.
I'm not cold.
Certainly.
Great again? No, sorry. We've never been great, and now we don't have the fucking chance to be. Because you fucking screwed the pooch, MAGA.
Yep.
If at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed.
That's right. Suck them spores. Here, you need some spore tweezers to hold it?
Oh, here's
there
Dinky,
you go.
right?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
That's Donnie under glass.
Yeah, it's Dinky.
Dinky, yeah, we found
That's
Dinky.
Dinky under glass.
Maybe that's our new nickname. Maybe we should just call him Dinky.
Yeah.
Let's just call him Dinky from now on. That's the new word. That's a new word for him on our show, Dinky.
Oh, who the fuck cares?
Give him a
His dick is like
rinky
a
dinky
gherkin.
dinks. Give him a rinky doo. We hate you.
one too, babe, will you?
We hate you in the morning and in the afternoon.
Yeah. And all the excuses that I've been hearing all week, and the Democrats screwed up, and the Democrats, and the Democrats.
Kamala ran such a horrible campaign. Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. She did not.
She was stunning, and the place was fucking
perfect.
packed, and everything she said was relevant, pertinent, and important.
And true.
She was perfect.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Everything she said was true.
Yes,
You
of
know,
course.
all
Because
they
she's
had
not
to
a
do-
fucking liar.
All they had to do was just glean a few votes safe off of Dearborn, get a few votes that wound up in a ditch, get a few more votes that wound up denied or messed with, and do that
Nationwide. Do that nationwide.
and you can
it'll
get 15 million votes real easy.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I just
Gotcha.
don't believe that many people. No, there's not that many 15 million protest votes. I just don't. I'm not buying it.
No, I ain't buying it, never will. There's something so fucking stinky, it's not funny. And there better be background business going on that we're not knowing about because, they can't go showing their fucking hand.
Well, I think there is, Benny, because everybody's been kind of quiet. Trump went quiet. Even Harris went quiet. Everybody's gone quiet. I think there's a lot of shit going behind the scenes because they're finding out all the fuckery. Because where's Oakland Harbor? You sent me that video of the Oakland Harbor.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance. I happened to buzz by it, but I was just kind of sending it maybe for the show.
More ballots found in the woods, you guys. More ballots found in the woods. A guy riding his bike. Hey, everybody, go hiking in the woods.
Yeah, you're right.
Go hiking.
You might find some ballots that accidentally fell off the mail truck.
Or at least call and check to make sure your ballot has
because
been
we all know DeJoy is running the United States postal system.
And they're investigating.
And we also know there are maggots in the United States Post Office. And
yes. And there's people who are easily bought because they want fucking money and they're tired of working. So
United
sure,
States Post
I'll
Office
take
workers
$500,000
don't make a lot of money. A lot of them live on pensions. You know what I mean? They don't make a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
My girlfriend is one of them.
They're going to get their pensions taken too now.
My girlfriend who lives across the street is freaking out because they've
been trying. That was one of his biggest things was to destroy the postal system.
Yeah, and not only that, she's worried about her pension and her Social Security and all of it.
Oh,
because she lives off all of that.
But didn't she float? Was it this? What about the ones that were floating the Trump signs? How have they been, Diane?
Quiet as a mouse. I haven't seen hide nor hair from my next door neighbors with the Trump sign.
Good.
Really?
I hope they got their heads stuck up each other's asses in shame.
Yeah, sign's still up. They haven't even taken it down. It's like they haven't even been here. It's like they're up north or something. Like they have literally not been in town. I've not seen them. So, Tony says
they're stranded somewhere.
They're up at their other home
Trump
in
rally.
Europe or something. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people in Michigan have houses down here, and then they have another house up north. You're not going to, under Trump's administration, you're not going to be able to keep your second house up north. You're all going to be stuck. You're going to have to sell all your fucking cabins.
You'll be lucky to keep your first fucking house.
That's right.
Well, no, this is where not sell because they're not gonna. The tycoons own your real estate, your everything. You got to be careful what you can sell and what you're going to sell it for. It's not going to be very much. You're going to sell it to somebody who's buying a bulk houses because they're going to wipe out you and your property. They're going to take everything and make it their property. And that's like what fascists do. You have a cow, and the fascist shoots you and takes your cow.
Wizzy, that's already been happening because we already know, that's been reported in neighborhoods, even in our neighborhood here, where they have B&Bs. You know what I mean? Or whatever you call them,
Airbnb, whatever, yeah.
I was displaced because I was kicked out of a home that was sold to an Airbnb place.
Yep.
I lived in a house for 8 years. I had no intention of moving. I could have died there easily.
They're also doing all these corporate apartments. That you got one owner that has a multi-state, I mean, they're just, I don't know. Anyway, that said, with all that going on, so they're going to change. See, that what they've done is they've decided they can make the laws irrelevant at this point because they can literally, I don't know. The point is that
they can do anything. I mean, we don't know what they're gonna do, Wizzy. That's the point. It's like it's a fucking rogue thing, and we've never.
You're not gonna have your property anymore.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be allowed to have your property.
We've never seen this before. You know what I mean?
They'll shoot you and take your property.
I own this house. Should I sign it over to Tony so he owns it?
Listen, there's 700 families right now living out in the desert with no running water and no electricity because they were displaced by Airbnbs. 700 families. 700 families. You know how many children are in those 700 families? It's fucking ridiculous. It's absurd.
Yes.
They're displacing people all over.
Native Americans have endured centuries of this kind of displacement, as have African Americans. These people have, but what's happening now is that the whites are beginning to realize, wow, it can happen to me too, especially the poorer whites that are on the street. I fear for the homeless. They're going to be gathered up, and I just fear for them.
He said that's what he's going to do.
That's what he starts with. You start with the most powerless people and work your way up. And then when you get closer to people that are more peer to you, they start eliminating each other. And it's just really, it's a circular firing squad in a way. And the end game is very nihilistic. It has no future because picture one guy wins it all. Okay, now what does he have when there's nobody else around?
Yeah. Jeff Curry says duplexes here were $425 a month. New big owner took over, put new carpet in, and now it's $1,400 a month.
There you go. That's like California.
Tripled it. Not more than that. More than tripled.
Mm-hmm.
Just over tripling. So it's
please make sure to like,
No,
share, subscribe, and thank you.
I'm pissed off and I'm fucking ready from Kevin Anderson. I'll tell you, I'm pissed off too. And that's the other thing. I told Tony, I said, that's it. We're starting to sell everything. Tony just sold our van. We have 4 cars. The two of us don't need 4 cars. And I told him, I said, start getting rid of everything.
Yeah, because you won't be able to sell it soon. People won't have the disposable income to buy it.
Nope. Sure won't.
Yep. And
expect costs to rise across the board.
Because your disposable income that you might have spent on that birthday or Christmas present is now going to go to hopefully be able to feed your family.
So start selling
hopefully.
Everything.
And that
I've already resigned myself to the fact that we're not doing Thanksgiving. We're not doing Christmas. Fuck them and their corporate fucking greed holiday. Fuck them.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Yep. The lady.
We should throw a bunch of
turkeys to rot on the freaking Mar-a-Lago.
The lady.
Sorry, I'm just saying satire. YouTube. Sorry, satire.
Let these big giant fucking stores have all that shit go to waste.
We should donate a bunch of
buying it.
turkeys to Mar-a-Lago, like 500 of them, and let them
rot.
That's another thing. I stopped donating blood. I stopped donating food to the pantry because I don't want the off chance of a Trumper getting any of my blood or any of my food.
Right, yeah.
I think a tallow truck or two, maybe out in front of the next big deal. I'd just love to see. I want him to be offended by his own
that's
presence.
The other thing. I think, you guys, this is what I think the plan is. I don't know for sure because we haven't gotten orders from Malcolm Nance yet. But if Donald Trump gets sworn in on the 21st of January, we're all leaving Twitter on the 20th. And we're going to make a statement. Or sworn in on the 20th, we're all leaving on the 19th. Do you see what I mean? Like, we're going to leave the day before. We're all going to make a statement. And that's why I'm like, I wanted to leave.
The minute he's sworn in?
Yeah. Boom.
That everybody leaves.
That's it. Everybody
then everybody leave January 20th then.
Everybody leave all at once. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is figure out how I can archive my channel. I don't know how to archive my channel. I want to do the same thing with Facebook. I want to take my fucking Facebook fucking down. I want it gone. But there's a way to archive your page. Because I got shitload of videos. I got shitload. There's all my rock and roll history is on there, for fuck's sake. You know?
I've been through so many devices and don't know how to do any of that stuff. So I've lost vast amounts of shit, but it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
What do I need it for?
Done already. He should be just downloading those videos, saving them on the disc.
Yeah, Tony knows how to do it. I was like, I'm looking for specific things, like the picture of me and the lead singer of Funkadelic, George. Not George Carlin. George, the lead singer of Funkadelic, George.
P-Funk.
Yeah, P-Funk.
George.
Fuck, I can't think
God,
of it.
I'm old.
George Clinton?
Yeah, George Clinton.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
George Clinton, yes.
We have the same birthday, and we were on stage together, and somebody took a picture of him, like, with his arm around me, and he also signed a T-shirt that same day, so I want to take the picture and frame the T-shirt. You know
But listen.
listen.
I hope you're listening. And
Thank
hear
you,
me
guys.
good. You have no children. So who gets this stuff when you're gone?
Yeah.
Where does it go?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
To what avail? Because, shit's going to go downhill. The less you have burdening you, the better off you'll be.
Yeah, we have nieces and nephews on Tony's side, but I don't have contact with mine, so whatever. We can move on from that subject right now. Why don't we go to JoJo from Jers?
Why save it?
JoJo from Jers calling out the bullshit about how you guys say it's the fucking price of eggs and all this bullshit. You have no clue what you just did to yourself. And I like these videos. Videos going, hey, maggots, this is what you voted for, motherfuckers. You're going to get it. Go ahead.
Can I say one thing? People who don't have children and people who do. Traveling lightly is a good idea. But I do have sentimental things that are going to my grandson.
Sure.
And so traveling lightly is good. I have things that are going to my grandson. I got things that I want to my nieces and nephews.
Yep.
People who don't have children have people who still love them.
It's going to be a major purge around this house.
I want to make a person in a great lighting.
And I want JoJo with Mark's permission.
She's just beautiful.
I'm joking, you know that. But we have a competition.
We're going to play this video.
So, you want me to believe that you voted for a racist, rapist, convicted felon, business fraud who incited a deadly attack on our capital after losing the last election because of the price of eggs? That you voted for the orange-tipped dude who ran with a different VP because the last one was nearly hanged for not breaking democracy because you've been getting fewer hours at your job these days? You want me to believe that you voted for someone who nearly every economist in the world has said will grow our debt, which he did by the third largest amount ever the last time, increase our costs, raise inflation, and destroy our GDP because a burger and fries is more expensive than it used to be? You want me to believe that you voted for the drink bleach guy who golfed while thousands of Americans were dying a day because you had it so much better then, when you were stockpiling toilet paper, than you do now? You want me to believe that you voted for the guy who had 4 years to pass an infrastructure bill and didn't, the guy who said Mexico would pay for the wall when they didn't, the guy who promised to bring manufacturing back, lower the cost of prescription drugs, and end the opioid crisis, but didn't because you preferred his policies? You want me to believe that you voted for the grab-him-by-the-pussy guy who wants to destroy the Department of Education and to repeal the ACA despite the fact that he has nothing more than concepts of a plan to replace it. The guy who will roll back environmental protection, strip women and minorities of more rights. The guy who will hand Ukraine to Putin and Gaza to Netanyahu. The guy who has said he will be a dictator on day one because you're worried about losing your gas stove? I'm sorry, but I don't believe any of that. And frankly, I'm not sure you believe it either. Because the truth is that your vote wasn't about any of that. You voted for the traitorous embodiment of the 7 deadly sins because when it came to casting your ballot for a black woman, you just couldn't do it. And because you like getting away with being your worst self. And because life is a whole lot easier to stomach when all that has gone wrong for you is someone else's fault. Let's be honest. That is what it was. So, when the price of eggs is $18 and your Latino neighbors have been deported or moved to some effed up camp to pick the strawberries none of you will pick, and your miscarrying wife has to contend with sepsis before she's allowed to have an abortion, and your autistic child is unable to get the early intervention they desperately need, please remember what it really was that you voted for. Because I promise you, the rest of us will never, ever forget.
Thank you, Jojo.
Yep.
There's this notion that the American public is unhappy with how their lives are. So really, if you're unhappy right now, just wait. Just wait. You think prices are high now? Just fucking wait. Wait a year from now. Wait 2 years from now.
Well,
I mean, you're going to realize just how good things, relatively good they are.
No, Mark, I agree with you. I agree with you. And that's our dilemma, right? Because when people were screaming, inflation's coming down, instead of talking about, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. The right has a massive media ecosystem that we can't compete with. And all you got is MSNBC, and they're putting out right-wing pundits all the fucking time. Same with CNN. We don't
normalizing Donald.
We don't have a media ecosphere to combat the right. The right ecosphere where they're saying, you can say, no, that's not true, but they don't hear it. They don't hear it. And guess what? People are still hurting. It's not like Tony and I are fucking rich now that Biden was in fucking office for 4 years. No, we still have to work hard. And we have to really, now we're going to have to really tighten our belts after tightening our belt during fucking Trump. And when everything going through COVID.
There are laws that allow him, once he's president, to literally commandeer our media system and turn it into state TV. And really because they are foreign owned, he can take by eminent domain their fortunes and their empires.
He doesn't have to commandeer it.
Sold out to the man who's going to take everything from them.
He doesn't have to commandeer it. He already owns it. All the fucking rich oligarchs own all our fucking media. We know this.
No, I'm saying Trump's going to steal it from the rich oligarchs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he'll take all their money.
They're going to be the first to go.
Yeah.
Because he wants to control the media. And it will all be state-owned media, just like Russian TV is, from the model of RTV. And Tucker Carlson will probably be his little czar of that.
They think because they kissed his ass.
But he's going to take all of Rupert Murdoch's money and power in this country, probably boot him or kill him, and satire.
Well, then don't say it.
I didn't. I said it. I know, then don't say it. I made a mistake. I said satire. Anyway, so, my love. Okay, here we go. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
Go. Keep going.
So I think they're good. I think he's going to take the media and make it state TV and make it his own little propaganda empire. Yeah. And he's going to take the power and money away from all of the oligarchs that got him to where he is. Yeah. Now, whether or not he'll hand this to Putin or use our army to fight Putin or what he's going to do, I don't know. But I think he's going to try and use the power of the U.S. presidency to get himself out from under whatever Putin has been holding over him.
The irony of it is the major role that corporate mainstream media played in this disinformation of the whole campaign.
Right.
It's going to end up screwing themselves.
Yes, they're going to be the first.
They'll be the first targets.
He's not going to want anybody else to be controlling the information this country gets.
That's right. And you know what I was thinking today? I was thinking this, like, you know, I had like MSNBC on in the background, and I was like doing the dishes or something. I forget what I was doing. But I was like thinking, and I'm like, all I hear from these pundits, well, I think this. Well, I think that. And then the pundit that was speaking at the time said, well, the New York Times said this, and the Washington Post said that. And I'm like, what are you reporting?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a reporter. I don't hear you reporting anything. You're literally, they've all become talking heads. They don't, not like back in the day, like when we grew up in the 70s and we had like Walter Cronkite and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so it's like they would come on to, but that's also before we had 24-hour cable news and before, you know what I mean? Like all that. But they actually came on the news and they, will you not interrupt me? They're not journalists anymore. They don't go out there, get the source.
What school?
No, it's all being fed to them by newspapers that are corrupted and, you know, oh, so-and-so said this, and then I'm going to say what I think. Well, I think this, and I think that. Well, guess what? I don't care what you think. What the fuck is the actual news?
What the facts?
Exactly.
Let us think what we wish. Okay, no, but I wonder.
You tell the news and let us think about it.
This begs the question: is what has happened now? These people infiltrate the schools. What has happened to the schools of journalism in our country? What has happened to the schools of history? You know, there's no requirement that people take anything more than basic history to become journalists. And it seems to me, if you're going to be going to Iraq or going to somewhere, a war zone somewhere, and reporting on what's going on, you should know something about the place.
Yeah, you should be a history major with a minor in journalism.
Whatever,
you know what I mean?
But like, they don't.
Yeah, I know.
And the schools of journalism now, see, they can put out Dinesh D'Souza's book was required in one of my English classes in junior college.
Oh my God.
Dinesh D'Souza's something about what was it about affirmative action programs.
Wait,
it was required.
We got 600. We got 600 subs.
Shut up. Dab time. Celebration dab.
Where is it? Where's mine?
Celebrate good times. Come on.
So come out. It's a celebration.
Right on the nose, you guys. Thank you so much.
Happy days are here again.
Thank you guys for helping us get to 600. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
No,
absolutely.
It's like huge. You know?
It is huge because this used to be just a phone call between Diane and I. And then we decided to fuck it, we're gonna go live. And that's exactly how it happened.
Wizzy was in the middle of the move. Otherwise, she would have not.
It would have been the three of us to start with.
She was in the middle of moving.
It was a good move.
Yeah,
it was a good move.
Well, did I tell you it would be good?
Yes, you guys posted. Thank you very much.
Hello, Elizabeth.
So
you know, I have to feel good about when I'm correct about things that I feel in my molecules. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yes, I feel things in my molecules.
I couldn't root for you to get out of where you were to where you are now any harder.
With every fiber of my
I couldn't will it to happen any quicker.
And for that, I am eternally grateful.
Happiness and hugs, my loves.
Yes.
Thank you. Act back at you.
Hello, Elizabeth.
So,
go ahead.
So what's your thoughts, Diane? What's going on? You were gonna.
Well, It all roads. I keep thinking about Nancy Pelosi when she was standing across that big table. The picture of her standing, pointing her finger at Donald Trump. And he's like, what? Like this, kind of. And she's like, all roads lead back to Putin. And all the dudes, all the white dudes on the right side of the table all had their heads down. They all looked like this. And they were like little school kids getting scolded.
Yep.
And all the Democrats are looking at Donald Trump and looking at the guys across the table from them as Nancy Pelosi is standing up in a blue suit and pointing her fucking finger right in Trump's face going, all roads lead back to Russia with you. All of it.
Yep. Why? Because it does.
And I'm sick of it.
And now it's plain for the whole entire world to see.
Release all the documents. Release the Mueller report. Release the Matt Gaetz thing. Release all of it.
Do fucking something.
Release all of your information, Jack Smith. Release all of it. Get it out in the public atmosphere so we know the fucking truth. We'll spread it for you.
And Diane, that picture you just illustrated reminded me of that Helsinki meeting.
Yeah.
When both, you got 5'5" Putin.
Yep.
Next to 6 whatever Trump, and Trump looked so small next to him. He looked like he got his ass whipped.
He looked like he got
that meeting. That was
he looked
closed.
like he got what Benny is holding in her
taken.
hand right now, shoved up his ass. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
But he looked so small and weak next to him.
He knew. I don't know what the fuck what video Vladimir Putin, all he has to do is whip out his cell phone and be like, I got this on you, brah. You're going to do whatever it is I want you to do. You're going to do whatever
This is the definition of why. This is the definition of why we don't want a compromised politician.
Yeah.
This is the definition of why being compromised is disqualifies
dangerous
someone from taking office.
And
why?
I think MAGA's going to find out. They fucked around. They're going to find out. Because they're like, oh, I'd rather have Vladimir Putin as my president than Democrat. Oh, guess what?
Really?
Now you got your fucking wish.
I'll bet they never watched. There's people on YouTube who have channels that they generate revenue from because they go around and they take care of starving Russians who are medically in such ill repair that some of them can't even be saved. They're like, and they're left there. Then nobody takes care of them. They have nothing there. And he goes out and buys, and sometimes it's a family, which is devastating. You know what I mean? But he goes out and he'll stock them up with food and bring them clothes and presents for the kids. I mean,
well, because these people are just like the horse or the cow in the field. They're having babies that Putin can steal or put to war. And that's it. The only reason they're let to live is because they're providing him with a workforce, an army, and his little sycophants.
I mean, they're just in such dire straits. They know they are, but they don't rebel. They let that motherfucker walk all over them.
Because that's mirror. That's Russian
they are
mentality.
Compromised.
I know.
We've all been screaming it. They're compromised. How does fucking Lindsey Graham go from, Donald Trump is a ding and bing, he went off and went off.
Democracy.
Yeah. And then he turns around and kisses his ass after one game of golf. What did Orange Mussolini have on his goddamn phone? I gotta stop saying his name. So I'm trying, you guys. You know what I mean? I keep catching myself. What did Orange Mussolini have on his phone to show to Lindsey Graham? Like, oh, bro,
I put some lube on and got him on his knees.
Okay. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't get it.
If it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck.
Fuck. We've been watching this for so long, and you guys, maggots because you are in your bubbles. You've been telling us we're in our bubbles. No. You're in your MAGA bubble, and it cannot be poked with with 20 million arrows. We keep throwing 20 million arrows of fucking truth at you, and it bounces off. Because you're like, nope, Donald Trump could never do anything wrong.
He never lies. What are you talking about?
Just like, what the fuck? Oh my God, Mark's true MAGA alter personalities coming out.
I'm a Virginia boy, so
yeah.
She hears a lot more of it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, the head dip fuck.
You know what's really cool, Mark, is you don't sound. I lived in Virginia, and you don't sound like a Virginian.
No. Oh yeah, he does.
It comes out at times.
It does too.
That's funny. Orange felonious. Orange felonious monk. You call him anus face. Christine.
Anus face.
His mouth definitely is anal. It definitely is. Totally resembles an asshole.
Of a cat.
Yeah, like an asshole.
Cat asshole.
Who's gonna win?
Chocolate starfish, as they say in the UK. Chocolate starfish.
Oh my God. Well, I've got a reaction from England. Let me get that in here. It's a little long, but you can play it fast. And it's too good. It's too good to not play. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is so good. And it's just if you want to skip over everything else and go to the last one I just posted, the guy in the vest and the tie, glasses. Okay, here we go. But play it at like 125. I'm playing shit at 150 now because I can hear it.
Like Donald Trump.
Oh, you gotta turn
and I
shit
think
up.
that English writer Nate White put it best when he said, and I quote, "A few things spring to mind. Trump lacks certain qualities which the British traditionally esteem. For instance, he has no class, no charm, no coolness, no credibility, no compassion, no wit, no warmth, no wisdom, no subtlety, no sensitivity, no self-awareness, no humility, no honor, and no grace. All qualities, funnily enough, with which his predecessor, Mr. Obama, was generously blessed. So for us, the stark contrast does rather throw Trump's limitations into embarrassingly sharp relief. Plus, we like a laugh. And while Trump may be laughable, he has never once said anything wry, witty, or even faintly amusing. Not once. Ever. I don't say that rhetorically, I mean it quite literally. Not once, not ever. And that fact is particularly disturbing to the British sensibility. For us, to lack humor is almost inhuman. But with Trump, it's a fact. He doesn't even seem to understand what a joke is. His idea of a joke is a crass comment, an illiterate insult, a casual act, a cruelty. Trump is a troll, and like all trolls, he is never funny, and he never laughs. He only crows or jeers, and scarily, he doesn't just talk in crude, witless insults, he actually thinks in them. His mind is a simple bot-like algorithm of petty prejudices and knee-jerk nastiness. There is never any underlayer of irony, complexity, nuance, or depth. It's all surface. Some Americans might see this as refreshingly upfront. Well, we don't. We see it as having no inner world, no soul. And in Britain, we traditionally side with David, not Goliath. And our heroes are plucky underdogs. Robin Hood, Dick Whittington, or Oliver Twist. Trump is neither plucky nor an underdog. He is the exact opposite of that. He's not even a spoiled rich boy or a greedy fat cat. He's more a fat white slug, a Jabba the Hutt of privilege. And worse, he is that most unforgivable of all things to the British. A bully. That is, except when he is among bullies, when then he suddenly transforms into a sniveling sidekick instead. There are unspoken rules to this stuff. the Queensberry rules of basic decency, and he breaks them all. He punches downwards, which a gentleman could never do. And every blow he aims is below the belt. He particularly likes to kick the vulnerable or voiceless, and he kicks them when they're down. So, the fact that a significant minority, perhaps a third of Americans, look at what he does, listen to what he says, and then think, yeah, he seems like my kind of guy, is a matter of some confusion and no little distress to British people, given that Americans are supposed to be nicer than us, and mostly are. You don't need a particularly keen eye for detail to spot a few flaws in the man. This last point is what especially confuses and dismays British people, and many other people too. His faults seem pretty bloody hard to miss. After all, it's impossible to read a single tweet or hear him speak a sentence or two without staring deep into the abyss. He turns being artless into an art form. He is a Picasso of pettiness, a Shakespeare of shit. His faults are fractal. Even his flaws have flaws, and so on and ad infinitum. God knows there have always been stupid people in the world, and plenty of nasty people too, but rarely has stupidity been so nasty, or nastiness been so stupid. It makes Nixon look trustworthy, and George W. look smart. In fact, if Frankenstein decided to make a monster assembled entirely from human flaws, he would make a Trump. And a remorseful Dr. Frankenstein would clutch out big clumpfuls of hair and scream in anguish, "My God, what have I created?" If being a twat was a TV show, Trump would be the boxed set. That was Nate White. I think he hit the nail on the head.
Yep. I think he did too. And that's why I wanted
That was
to play
fucking brilliant.
Yep.
That was brilliant.
Perfect.
And I'm talking about
Nobody
every
says it
appointment
better
Trump
than
makes, but
English.
holy shit. Matt
In
Gaetz.
Now, keep calm and carry on.
Yeah, he doesn't have a sense of humor, but what does make him laugh
Is cruelty.
Yeah, seeing others suffer,
Yeah.
seeing others in pain.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, but
That
what he said in
enlightens
the
him.
beginning.
And he
is-
doesn't laugh like the guy said. He smirks.
Well, and not only that, in the beginning when he's like, he's
Who's
never
face?
said anything funny. Not even remotely
No.
funny. Everything he
No.
says is horrific. But he's such a buffoon, and
But
So
And again,
he's so
again,
embarrassing.
that was the definition of Satan. Of
Pretty much.
Antichrist. Whatever devil you want to make it into, a Satan,
Yeah,
an Antichrist, a whatever. I don't know.
The walking dude.
The baddest, the terriblest of the worst of the.
Yeah, anybody
worst,
here read
the
anybody
worst,
here
part of human behavior is embodied in this man. Everything of the worst parts of humans is embodied in this man.
That's
Just like the Greek gods were each embodiments of our nature.
And he's brought out the worst versions of
us,
of those that support him.
The humans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could it be Satan?
yes.
Yes, it could be. Oh, if not, it's a
wanna
really
have
good.
devil- if you
It's a
wanna have
really
devil,
good,
it's it.
expensive facsimile thereof. It's not actually the real thing.
Well, if you want to have a devil, there he is, right there. Is all I'm saying.
Whoop! There he is.
Whoop! There he is, right there. The embodiment of all bad things.
Oh, motherfucker!
Dinky. I'm gonna have to
Did I
start
say
calling
that
him
out loud?
Dinky. I gotta get used to start calling him Dinky instead of, just forget it.
Just
forget all other
Dinky.
Dinky.
Donald
Dinky's
Trump
the-
Saggy McNuggets.
Dinky.
From
Donald
So
Trump
dinky
Saggy
nugget.
McNuggets.
we
Dinky.
could call him
Inside a
Dinky Saggy McNuggets.
inside a maggoteer. Inside a maggoteer.
Donald Trump Saggy McNuggets.
Right there. There's Dinky McNuggets too there, Brian.
I know. Yeah, by the way, our Brian couldn't make it tonight. He's got his work has quadrupled.
Of course.
Oh my God, he's like, I'm in so much shit. he thinks he might have to become an actual lawyer now.
I was just going to say, you know who always makes money no matter how bad times are?
Lawyers. I tell all my friends' kids, because I don't have kids, I said, get your law degree. No matter what you want to do. If you want to become a veterinarian or fucking doctor or fucking, get your law degree first. Then pursue, whatever it is else you want to do. And I'll tell you what, you don't even have to use it. You don't have to pass the bar. You know what I mean? You just have to know when you're getting fucked over and how to fucking get, you know what I mean? Like, because if I had done that myself, right, I might not have be in the situation that I'm in now.
They shouldn't be able to write a law that the average person cannot freaking fully understand. In my mind,
Yeah.
The way they make them so they play with words.
Yes, they do.
They just play with words.
It's fucked up.
Well, and
legalese.
Wizzy, was
Legalese.
it not? Was it
legalese?
You're gonna get my.
Wizzy, wasn't it in the Constitution that the founders said that it should be rewritten like every 20 years or something?
It's a living, breathing document.
It means that.
Hello.
It means that they're supposed to. Okay, it's in the Constitution that that it's always going to be changing. And it was sort of written into it by virtue of the fact that it was not fully and unanimously ratified until 1791. It was started in 1789. But because 4 of the colonies did not wanted to keep a Bill of Rights for the people, there was 4 colonies that held out on that unanimous consent to ratify the Constitution. And so, from 1789 to 1791, Bill of Rights was hammered out. So that became our first amendments. The first 10 would be the Bill of Rights. And because they were termed amendments, as opposed to the original Articles of Confederation or the original Constitution of 1789 without the 10 amendments. That's why they're amendments to the original document.
Yeah.
They were added on. Okay. And then the other 4 colonies said, okay, it became a unanimous document and the law of the land. Everybody agreed. And we've worked under that agreement for 248 years.
Yeah. Hey, guess what, maggots? You just gave, guess what, maggots? You just gave the celebration of our 250 years as a democracy won't be under Donald Trump, but he's going to put tanks in streets and he's going to want parades like he did before, like Kim Jong-un parades.
What's fucking tanks?
Tanks and military can tear
on
up
our
the streets of DC. Really fucking brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah, patriotic, real fucking-otic of you.
We've never had that. We've never had
psychotic
parades like that here.
For a reason.
Yeah.
Because the military power is not supposed to be displayed internally. Assholes. You're not supposed to do that inside the country.
But he's
That's
such a
to protect
fucking
outside
moron. He
from
wouldn't
outside,
know anything.
Frick. That's what we have laws for.
And I don't think, I mean, look, you guys, I know Trump is in ill health. You know, so is my mother, but she's lived for a long time in very, very ill health. So people can, I don't know, they sustain. I'm just saying that I know that if anything
Especially
happens,
the hateful ones.
anything happens to Trump, we got Vance. Vance, owned by Peter Thiel, a South African. Teal, whatever the fuck his name, I don't give 2 shits.
Peter Thiel, whatever.
Who the fuck cares? His fucking dick's still the size of a gherkin.
I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't care what his name. I don't care. They grew up in apartheid South Africa and want to bring it here. Fuck me. I don't even know. Tony, get
Elon
on the
Musk.
mic if you're gonna interrupt.
Who was left for dead in the seas of Tantwini.
Tweeny.
Don't give a shit. I've like no fucks left to give. I'm so.
And Tweeny?
Yeah.
Dan Tweeny. It's Dan Tween. Tatooine is the planet on Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah,
I only saw it once, and
Tatooine.
I got so sick after we left seeing Star Wars, so it kind of blew the whole movie for me.
Yeah.
That was Billy.
I read the book.
That was Billy Gaffney.
It didn't make it a fond memory, that's for sure.
No, that was your obituary. God, Tony. How about stop talking to me during the show?
And if you are going to talk, turn on your mic.
If you're going to talk, turn on your mic. You're making me crazy. Making me crazy.
I'm sorry, what country
us
are
all
you from?
privy
Hollywood?
make us all privy to it, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some shit to fuck. Okay, here's during the debate, Kamala Harris saying that Putin would eat Trump for lunch, and I love the look on his face while she's saying it. We got to remember, like, the look on his face was like, oh yeah, we know, bitch.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We already know.
I don't care. We know.
Mm.
We need just to hear the words
Yeah,
again.
Donald Trump were president, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv right now. And understand what that would mean, because Putin's agenda is not just about Ukraine. Understand why the European allies and our NATO allies are so thankful that you are no longer president, and that we understand the importance of the greatest military alliance the world has ever known, which is NATO, and what we have done to preserve the ability of Zelensky and the Ukrainians to fight for their independence. Otherwise, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv with his eyes on the rest of Europe, starting with Poland. And why don't you tell the 800,000 Polish Americans right here in Pennsylvania how quickly you would give up for the sake of favor and what you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
Vice President.
Eat you for
That's why
lunch.
Putin's gloating.
That fucking mug.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, he took over our country without firing a shot by compromising all these motherfuckers because he knew how dirty they were. He knows that Lindsey Graham's a pedo and likes to do young men in D.C. and every time the RNC moves anywhere, anytime the RNC moves anywhere, that
Call from Kathy Zinn.
Hi, Kathy. Thank you for calling in. Hold on. I'm trying to finish my sentence. Anytime
go ahead.
RNC goes anywhere, what is that site? Grindr. Grindr overloads and shuts the fuck down. I mean, go ahead, Kathy. I'm just trying to make a point that all these guys, it doesn't happen when the DNC comes to town.
Hypocrites. Hypocrites to the nth times, whatever the exponential is. It's like to sit there, pound on their Bibles and say, you know, oh, homosexuality is a sin, and then turn right around and go in the park and go find some guy so they can have some. I can't.
I know.
Anymore with this.
No, you're they're hypocrites to their core. You're absolutely right.
Oh,
how about these
God,
red states are trying to shut down all the porn sites, right?
Yeah, can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, that's going to create more grape, if you will. Go ahead, Kathy.
True. I wanted to. I know you talked about this a little bit earlier, but I have got to tell you, out of the sea of shit of news, the fact, because I saw in the Stephanie Miller chat this morning, somebody said the Onion bought Alex Jones out, and I'm like, oh, that can't be real.
Yeah.
That has got to be a joke. I thought for sure, like, the Onion put their own headline up there, you know, and then when I saw they actually did it, I have been laughing so hard. I can't stop laughing about it. And they told him to cease and desist and get out immediately. I was like, oh, my God. I can't stop laughing about it. It's like, and Alex Jones had to put out a message that he had to cease all operations, and I'm like, that's even. I'm like, wow. Out of all of this garbage going on, there's like one piece of good news, and there's something about, oh God, it's a charity about it's like Every Town for Gun Laws or something like that, and apparently they're going to give like a channel to them to do all this, to promote a gun legislation and to make our streets safer and all that. And I'm like, oh my God, because somebody, I think it was a Mary Trump show, they said, you know what they should do is set it up so that anybody who used to tune into Alex Jones goes to the same place and they're getting all these messages about, gun control. Just to make their heads explode. But yeah, it's like, oh my God, what a and because from what, as I understand it, because the Onion has paid to take this over, and now all of that money goes to the Newtown families, and I could not be happier.
Sandy Hook.
Yes.
Sandy Hook. I'm sorry, not God. I got them all mixed up. But yeah, the Sandy Hook families, and I'm like, nobody's more deserving. It's like Alex Jones can rot in hell. I mean, I can't. I sit here going,
100%.
How in your right mind, which he obviously is not in his right mind, how in your right mind can you think it is okay to harass and terrorize these parents? Just saw they had to identify the body of their 6-year-old who was shot in half because of the velocity of the gun. Some of the kids were hardly identifiable. As if that wasn't enough hell in their lives, now they have people calling them and doxing them and saying, your kids were child actors and all this. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's
horrific. It's horrific.
Karma's a bitch there, Alex.
Yes.
How long?
Yes.
Can you see it?
I'm
Karma
just so
bit him
glad
in
that
the
I
ass,
got
and
to see something happen to one of these nasty motherfuckers.
Okay.
I know, and and usually I'm not somebody who calls for retribution, but I'm sorry, Alex Jones. What you did is so pathetic, and again, oh my God, when he gets on there, like Hal plays his stuff, and he's going on about his quoting the Bible and his Christianity, and God told him what. I'm like, oh,
he's talking about gay frogs and lizard
piece
people,
of
though,
shit.
Kathy. He's talking about gay frogs and lizard people. The guy's fucking nuts. Oh, God. Okay, like,
make the fucking frogs gay.
So, Kathy, we're gonna hang up now because I'm gonna play part 3 of the stolen election from Angry Biracial Guy.
Okay, cool beans.
Thank you for calling in,
Take care,
love.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, here's part 3. It just came out. He went live to do the show just as we were going on, and I'm like, damn.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was hoping to grab it because there was like a preview for the show, and I didn't see the whole thing, and I'm like, it was weird, Tony,
right.
like because he kept talking, and so it seemed like there was more to the show, and he goes, oh, that was just like a preview. So now I get it. So now we're going to play I haven't seen all 11 minutes. All I've seen is the first like minute and a half, the preview. So we're going to play it right now. So here we go, guys. Go ahead.
I'm biracial and I'm proud. I'm biracial and I proclaim it loud. I'm biracial, no hate can keep me down. No matter what my haters say, I proudly represent.
Crack it at your angry.
I'm biracial and no hate can.
Salam alaikum, you two was Crack it at your angry biracial back with another video. Y'all know how I do. I gotta keep my foot on the necks of these MAGA rats 24/7. I'm tired, boss, dog tired. I had to channel my inner Green Mile there. It's been a long morning already. Those who don't know, I am a family man. I have a wife and 5 kids. And they are running your boy ragged. But that is why this means so much to me. I want to protect my family. I want to protect my wife and 4 daughters. And if you love your family, especially the women and girls in your life, then this should be important to you too. As usual, I got another good show for you all today. So,
in the heart of the reading where the beat comes to life. That's a tell of a woman, the beauty to survive.
So grab your favorite drinks and popcorn and let's dive right in. Originally, I was going to go down this rabbit hole right here. But after further research into this is a dead end. But all this tells me is they have been plotting and planning, trying to find a way to defraud the elections. She went to get patents for voting machines that were made in China. Voting machines that are similar to the ones used here in America. I mean, why would you care about the ins and outs of a voting machine unless you were trying to figure out a way to manipulate it? Why spend millions of dollars getting those patents unless you were searching hard for a way to manipulate voting machines? I want to circle back to Starlink and Elon Musk. This man owns 2/3 of all active satellites around the world. A lot of people are trying to throw shade at Starlink's capabilities. We already know that Starlink was connected to vote tabulators in all of the battleground states. We weren't supposed to see this here.
We didn't have long lines after 8 p.m. Everybody got processed and through those lines quickly, and that's due to all of their hard work and dedication that they do out at the poll sites.
Registrar Michelle Baldwin says access to connectivity was improved this year thanks to Starlink satellite internet. She adds early
Connectivity and how quickly votes were tabulated were directly because of Starlink. If you need an example of how powerful Starlink is, check this out.
New biography about Elon Musk is revealing stunning details about the billionaire's connection to the war in Ukraine. According to an excerpt released just this morning, Musk secretly ordered his engineers to turn off his company's Starlink satellite communications network near the Crimean coast last year to disrupt a Ukrainian sneak attack on the Russian naval fleet. As Ukrainian submarine drones strapped with explosives approached the Russian fleet, they, quote, lost connectivity and washed ashore harmlessly. Walter Isaacson, who penned the book, also says Musk's decision was driven by fear that Russia would respond to a Ukrainian attack with nuclear weapons, a fear Musk carried after his conversations with senior Russian officials. And that's just...
This man who owns 2/3 of the satellites all around the world used his Starlink system to not only spy and discover that Ukraine was launching a sneak attack against Russia. I mean, isn't Russia our enemy? Aren't the Ukrainians our ally? So in order to thwart that attack, he didn't get permission from the U.S. government. He did this on his own accord and directly interrupted the military operations of another nation, of another country who are allies to us. To those who don't think it's possible that this man, again, who owns 2/3 of all active satellites around the world, who was able to spy and discover a Ukrainian sneak attack and was able to thwart it at a touch of a button. Somehow you don't think his system is capable of altering votes when it's clear as day that his system was connected to vote tabulators. And even if they weren't connected, he was able to thwart a Ukrainian sneak attack with just a touch of a button.
My instruction, we don't need the votes. I have so many votes. We don't need votes. I tell my people, I don't need any votes. We got all the votes we need. I don't need votes. We don't need votes. We got more votes than anybody's ever had. You don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting. The voting, we got plenty of votes.
Never in my 40 years of life have I ever heard a politician come out and tell his base, tell the public, tell the world, I don't need votes. Don't worry about voting. I have all the votes that I need. Him and Elon are laughing in our faces. He's been telling the world every chance that he gets that he stole this election. Elections are based upon votes. But you're so confident that you're going to win that you tell people, don't vote for me. I got this in the bag. Maybe that was his little secret.
Our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret.
His little secret not only won him the presidency, but also the House and the Senate. So at least for the next 2 years, this fraud, this thief, this rapist, this womanizer, this abuser has unchecked power. This man is so thankful to Elon Musk that he's doing shit like this.
President-elect Trump working on putting together his team for the White House, and the president-elect says he has now spoken with dozens of foreign leaders since his re-election. Tonight here we've learned top Trump supporter Elon Musk was on the call with Trump and Ukraine's President Zelensky and listening in on the call with the president of Turkey. ABC's Rachel Scott in West Palm Beach, Florida tonight.
Tonight, a revealing new glimpse at just how influential Elon Musk could be in Donald Trump's administration.
We have a new star. A star is born, Elon.
Sources tell ABC News that Musk was at Mar-a-Lago, listening in as the president-elect took a congratulations phone call from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Trump at one point even handing the phone to Musk, who then spoke with Zelensky himself. According to sources, Zelensky thanked Musk for his Starlink satellite system, which Ukraine has relied on for communication in its war with Russia. The world's richest man pumping upwards of $175 million into helping Trump win.
Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
By election night, there he was, part of the Trump family photo. The phone call with Zelensky raises new questions about the sweep of his role in the Trump White House, especially considering his billions of dollars in federal contracts. Sources tell ABC News Musk was present while Trump fielded calls from at least one other foreign leader, Turkish President Erdogan.
This begs me to ask the question, is Donald Trump really the president? Or just a puppet for President Elon Musk? He is the richest man in the world.
No,
he
he's
is
not.
spying on everybody.
He is thwarting sneak attacks. He used his system to get who he wanted elected. It seems like Trump is doing this to old Elon. Why else would this man be on phone calls with world leaders with the president? Why else would this man have unrestricted access to the president and to all of America's secrets? And if you notice, Starlink was mentioned yet again. So I ask again, who is the real president here? To me, it seems Elon Musk has all the power, and old Donnie is just a puppet. He knew he couldn't control Kamala because Kamala actually loves her country. She loves the American people. She loves democracy. She loves and respects the law. And most of all, Kamala is not for sale. Elon used to be a Democrat. He used to be a huge Barack Obama fan. So much so that he waited 6 hours in a line just to be in Obama's presence, just to shake his hand. And I'm willing to bet that old Elon pitched the same thing to Obama, and Obama shut him down. And Elon's fragile ego couldn't take that rejection. I mean, he's a billionaire. He's the richest man on the planet. He owns 2/3 of the satellites orbiting around the world. How dare Obama reject me? How dare Kamala reject me? He found a willing patsy. I don't think we're having 4 years of old Donnie if we don't fight this. If Kamala Harris and Joe Biden don't fight this, I'm pretty certain we're going to have 4 years of the South African immigrant, Elon Musk, as the commander-in-chief behind his patsy, Donald Trump. Stay tuned for part 4.
Part 4 coming up. So I'm glad to play his show on our show and use our time because I think it's so important that the work that he's been putting together, it takes a lot to put all that together.
Yep.
And
yes,
I really appreciate it. So Angry Biracial Reacts is his channel. We have encouraged all of our people to go over there and follow him, please. So, and, you know, I hope it's reciprocated. That's all I can say. And when you go over there, say the 21st Century Suffragettes sent you. Because that's what we do here on YouTube is we support your channel and you send your supporters.
Support ours.
Thanks. So
we support each other.
Please make sure
you
to
know,
like,
if
share,
everybody could
subscribe,
get
and
out of
thank
their
you.
asses, we could make a real big sound. But
yeah,
you know, not everybody's included in the upper part of the YouTube. Mostly everybody on YouTube is in the void.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. You know, and it's not easy to grow a channel.
Yeah.
It just isn't. But we're doing pretty well, I might say. And
we have 600 right now. How many have we updated? Have we refreshed? Do we have more than 600?
We have 600. We have 600.
Oh my God. Please like, share, subscribe. Please do it.
Yeah, if you didn't hit the thumbs up.
Come on. I don't know, Adam.
I say that so much.
Oh, we have 5.99. Somebody unsubscribe.
Oh.
This is kind of a dick move.
No, it isn't.
And literally, fuck
it's YouTube.
It's fine. Everybody change their
Sure they do, but it's still a dick move.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Hey, we had 600 for a minute.
For just a minute.
You are physically repulsive, intellectually retarded, you're morally reprehensible, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid. You have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell. You know, you're not even interesting enough to make me sick.
I love Cher.
I do too.
So here's another video on the Starlink kid with the backwards hat or whatever, the Elon Musk, yeah. And Adam.
Call from Adam.
Adam, what's up? Hello?
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey. Look, guys, sorry for hanging up earlier. I thought you were still playing the video, so I hung up. But I was just wondering, I kind of missed that episode where of Hal's show where he was talking about leaving Twitter or whatever it's called. And I was wondering, why exactly is everybody talking about leaving all the social medias?
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, Elon Musk owns Twitter. We know this. You know this. Yes.
Yeah.
So Malcolm Nance has said, don't leave Twitter. There's a plan in play. Okay? There will come a day we will leave. Go and start your other accounts. Wait for the signal to leave this shithole to the Klansmen and the racist. Okay? And then he did another one. He said, download your past data you created. Open new accounts where the sky is blue. He's giving you hints. And stop using it. Don't engage with the redcoats. So redcoats is now Twitter, MAGA, anything. Anybody is a redcoat now. In his language. And stop using Trump's name. Oh, shit. Stop using Orange Mussolini's fucking name. And so, and what will happen will be epic. Because what they're going to do, what we're going to try to do, is send a message doing it all the same time instead of trickling out. Okay?
Okay.
Instead of trickling out one by one as we're doing on a daily basis now. And
mass exodus.
It's mass exodus all at once is the plan. Okay?
Okay, but the reason for leaving is just because it's just a hellhole of just an echo chamber of right-wing propaganda.
Well,
and to strip Elon of his
and
power.
guess what? Elon will no longer get, and who's going to fucking advertise when there's nobody to advertise to?
Right. Right. Coca-Cola's not going to advertise on the same thing as something
NFL,
that promotes
anything. There'll be nobody to talk to. It'll all be fucking, redcoat, right-wing MAGA lunatics.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah.
So they can.
Okay.
It'll be like Truth Social, and those guys can all shit on each other and fight. Now there'll be a few people who are going to be stragglers on who haven't gotten the message, right? But
gotcha.
Go make a Blue Sky account. We're all on there.
Yeah, join the party, Adam.
Okay.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Do it
now. Okay. Well, I haven't really been posting for a while, so
it doesn't matter.
It just seems like a waste of time. So
start your Blue Sky channel. Account
done.
or whatever. Check. Friend me, and I'll see you. And then everybody else will start seeing you because you go to somebody else's followers and you follow everybody they're following. And believe me, I've had a bunch of people who have followed me that have invalid accounts. So don't follow those people. Okay? And their accounts have not been validated. So keep an eye on who you're actually following, and let's build Blue Sky. All right, and it's actually kind of nice over there. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
Well, Twitter.
Yeah,
actually nobody
got
owns
a cleaner
it.
interface.
It's like nobody owns
it.
I don't know who. I don't know if we didn't know anybody who owns it or not. It's been kind of nice over there. So Adam, go over there, start your account. We'll all follow you, brother. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys all over there.
Okay.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
I believe it was Jack Dorsey, the guy that originally helped develop Twitter, is the one that developed Blue Sky. So you can see a lot of similar.
Oh yeah, it's very similar to Twitter.
Similarities between the platforms.
That's good.
It very much looks like the old Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Hopkins on Shitter says, oh goddamn, let me get my fucking glasses on. A Pentagon leaker was sentenced to 15 years in prison today. The crime occurred last year. Trump commits enough crimes to break the axles on an 18-wheeler 4 years ago, and the son of a bitch was just elected president.
Yep.
Everyone from top to bottom was too goddamn scared to do anything or compromised, except no other explanations until proven otherwise. So I have to agree with him. That's why I wanted to share it, because I'm just like,
yeah.
That Shara kid got 15 years. Reality winner, one classified document, 5 years.
5 years.
Donald Trump, nothing.
Yep.
And he had
boxes and boxes
and boxes and boxes and boxes of them.
on the stage, in the bathroom, in secret doors. And remember the secret door that they had to break into and to get another fucking court order to break the door down? Yeah, it was a secret closet or some bullshit at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah.
Yep.
I still want to play the Starlink thing. Benny, every time you go out, it screws our whole
I'm
picture
sorry,
up.
honey. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to screw anything up.
Okay,
It's
so
just,
play the Starlink video.
Yeah. Play it. Roll that blue green footage.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
So you know how Elon Musk stated that there was an app or there was something that let him know 4 hours before the election results were out to actually know what the results were? That could be because Starlink was used to tally up some of the votes. And Starlink is Elon Musk's internet company. So I just want to know, when is the court date going to be for Elon Musk?
Yep, I want to know when his court date is.
Yeah.
Play the next one. This is a former conservative prime minister describes Trump fawning over Putin. I know you guys may have seen this video, but I've seen it a couple times and I'm like, it's time this gets posted. Like, I don't think I've ever posted it on our show, but go ahead, play. Roll the tape.
Republican Party under Donald Trump, and particularly the right wing of the Republican Party, are very sympathetic to Vladimir Putin. I mean, I've been with Trump and Putin. Trump is in awe of Putin. When you see Trump with Putin, as I have on a few occasions, he's like the 12-year-old boy that goes to high school and meets the captain of the football team. My hero. It is really creepy. It's really creepy.
Play the next video, and it's MAGA needs to stop talking. A chick in a hat. Okay.
Again, MAGA needs to stop talking. Stop talking. Who is the poorest in the nation? Republicans. Who is the most financially dependent in the nation? Republicans. Who is the most uneducated, has the worst schooling systems in our nation? Republicans. And who voted for the highest tax demographic for their own states? Republicans. So once again, the most uneducated and poorest part of our nation thought that they knew better than all of our academics in the globe. Yep. And you voted for a con artist that got y'all to vote for the highest tax demographic for your own party.
You go, girl.
Why?
There's data that backs that all up, too. People don't care about data or facts, though.
You know what they would say? Fake news.
Right.
It's fake. It's fake.
They don't vote logically. They didn't. Yeah, they voted with their emotions, is what they did.
No, it's a culture war. They voted against brown people. Brown people for 9 years. Brown people have been at our border, invading us. And they're taking
all
over
our jobs,
our
killing people, raping our
women,
right?
and raping and doing all the stuff. The brown people, for a decade, this has been said. And have we watched it? Have you seen it? The Haitians weren't eating any fucking pets. No, they actually contribute to our fucking society. They actually fucking pay fucking taxes.
Yes.
When you say that to maggots in there, they don't believe it.
All these migrant workers, and we're going to see a collapse in the economy. Agricultural work, construction work, to name a few, housekeeping, hotels.
What did Elon Musk say there about how we'll have to suffer or something to that?
Oh yeah,
effect?
we're gonna face financial hardships, and we're just gonna have to get over it.
Just suck it up.
Yeah.
and we'll get past it, and then we'll be in a better place. That's what he's trying to sell.
This guy who gets what, $15 billion in fucking governmental contracts from our country, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. And he lied on his fucking visa to get here.
Yes, he did. Motherfucker shouldn't even be here. I mean,
We'll repeat your.
I wonder how sales of Tesla are doing these days.
I bet it's tanking.
I
hope
wouldn't
so.
buy any of those vehicles.
I bet they're shit vehicles anyway, and everybody knows
Yeah, they are.
it.
Yep.
Like, yeah, don't do self-driving in those cars, people. And by the way, it'll just start taking over and self-driving when you don't want it to. And then it'll fucking explode. Or it'll end up in a fucking neighbor's goddamn fucking backyard pool.
I heard stories about they're self-driving. Someone's actually sitting in the driver's seat, just quote unquote monitoring it, and they still run over people.
Because they're not paying. You want to be able to like watch your phone and let the car drive and like. No, you can't do that shit. I never liked self-driving cars. To me, is insanity.
It is.
It's insanity. I'm from Detroit. Okay, so cars. I come from.
That's
you,
your backyard.
You cannot be
that's
from Michigan and not know jack shit about fucking cars. All right, you just can't.
birthplace, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, even like my husband and his family, all Mopar people. You know what I mean? Like, Tony can do anything on a car, anything, except for these new cars that don't have a fucking engine.
They have a brain.
They have a brain. They don't have an engine. You should try to find the fucking battery on my mom's Lexus.
Yeah.
It's like
you're not supposed to touch it.
No,
the
it's
guy
like
at the shop is.
buried. It's insane. There's no, I don't know.
Yeah.
So now you got to get used to like working with a computer under the engine. I get it. Okay, the next car I want to own ever, if I ever buy and if I ever can afford another car.
Hybrid?
Yes, he can. Billy Gaffney in the house, in the chat. Hey, Billy. Yes,
Hey,
he can.
Billy.
Hey, Billy.
Billy
was left
is
for dead in the seas of Tantwini.
Billy has 2 Mopars himself. He knows what he's doing.
He's a Mopar man.
He's a Mopar man. They're both great, and he's swapping out engines,
You're the
painting
one
stuff
who
himself,
asked to
and
be a part of my life at these late night moments.
not only that, he's a fantastic musician. We all know this.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
enough of talking about delay. Who shows up late?
I'm sorry, what country are you from?
You
Hollywood?
should play the Billy tape for us.
So
Your end music, right? Your end credit music, right?
What do you say? Volume now available for Democrat.
Your foot stuck in it. Your feet stuck in it.
So, I wanted. Tony got the audio of the clip from Ferris Bueller's Day Off when they were talking about. Yeah, he played it during the intro, which I thought was hilarious. When all the students were staring at him, going, "Huh? What? Like, I don't know what you're talking about." I have a couple more from Tizzy, which I love Tizzy. Yeah, just a refresher on the background of Matt Gaetz for those of you who weren't paying attention or don't remember.
You know, I don't plan on talking about every appointment Trump makes, but holy shit, Matt Gaetz for Attorney General I did not have on my bingo card. Hey, Save the Children folks, where are you at? Shall I remind you about the allegations around Matt Gaetz, that he paid an underage, if not multiple underage girls for sexual acts, and even took them across state lines, which is what made it federal? And the DOJ said it won't charge Matt Gaetz in sex trafficking probe as lawyer for minor calls investigation difficult experience. And they decided not that he was cleared, just they kind of dropped it. As his good buddy, Joel Greenberg, his bestie, pled guilty and got 11 years in prison. Oh, but then March of this year, Gaetz subpoenaed by a woman he allegedly had sex with when she was a minor in defamation suit brought by a friend. He could be asked under oath about the allegations involving a minor. What did that lead to? September 20th of this year, like just a minute ago, new court filings point to Matt Gaetz allegedly attending drug-fueled party with 17-year-old girl. Like, allegedly came with this girl to this party where she was basically set out to perform sex acts on whoever wanted. 17 years old. This guy. Mr. Soon-to-be Attorney General. The one who, when Olivia from this app posted something about him, he started beefing with her and body shaming her. 19-year-old girl. She turned it into a fundraiser for abortion care and rubbed it in his face. That guy who couldn't handle the comments of a 19-year-old girl going to be the Attorney General. Now he still has to be confirmed, and lawmakers expressed doubts that Gaetz can be confirmed, calling this a reckless pick. But I mean, we're on the darkest timeline here, so I put nothing past it. They got Brett Kavanaugh in.
Anything can happen.
Nothing. I feel like this is a walk in the park. 2025 is just going to be grand.
Yeah, they got Kavanaugh in. Why can't Gaetz be sex trafficker attorney general?
Well, the person that's running for the presidency is a rapist and a
fraud.
Pedophile.
You get the asshole out of our face, thank you. Kitty asshole in the face.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
If you haven't had a kitty ass in your face, you haven't been loved.
So, still waiting for that that findings from that ethics investigation.
Well, it's supposed to be. They're supposed to vote on releasing it tomorrow.
Well, there are leakers.
What's that?
That's what we're counting on. Yeah,
leakers.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to wait for a vote. There's someone out there who's got the goods that's going to leak it.
Oh yeah.
The dirt. So hopefully, maybe sometime tonight we'll see that.
Oh, if they vote it down, it'll get leaked.
Yeah.
There's so much I can only imagine. Can only imagine.
Oh. Take a breath.
What coffee cup? Yeah, we'll work for Peter. Yes.
We'll work for Peter.
Peter's in the chat. Hi, Peter. We love you, brother.
Hi,
Thank
Peter.
you for all that you do for the show. We do appreciate everything.
Thank you, Peter.
And I would like to go on to this lady right here, Tony. This lady. So yeah, I agree with this lady 110% because I don't know. Nothing else makes that much sense.
Did y'all know that 10 out of the last 11 recessions that we've experienced in modern history has been under Republican administrations? So you can imagine how difficult it is for me to listen to people pontificate on this app all day about what Kamala did wrong, what the Democrats could have did wrong, and how it's the economy, and how it's the border, and how it's everything but the fucking obvious. This is not about the economy. If it was about the economy, we would not have elected another fucking Republican president, okay? This is about white supremacy, okay? This is not about the border. The border has been a disaster under every president in modern history. This is about white supremacy. This is about the browning of this country, and this is about the preservation of whiteness. I cannot listen to y'all scapegoat everyone and not place the blame squarely where it belongs. Do I have smoke for Latinos? Yes. Do I have smoke for ignorant ass black men that voted for Trump? Yes. But I will never have more smoke for them than I have for people who are committed to preserving whiteness as a concept when they know how harmful it is to everyone else and they don't give a fuck. Okay? At the end of the day, the results of this election are rooted in racism and ignorance. Racism from white supremacists who are petrified of the changing demographics in this country, and ignorance from various minority groups who either aspire to whiteness or literally just don't read. That is what happened. Sometimes the simple answer is the answer.
Yeah.
I still think there's effery, but still, that does say it is a statement on, if all those people who were white, who could have voted for Kamala, chose Trump for, I don't know what reason. There's no reason. He has nothing to offer them any more than he has to offer anyone else. But yet they chose. I can't help but think there's like half of us white women are racist, maybe. Maybe half of the black men are racist, maybe. I'm quite sure at least those two figures are at least half correct. My point being is that all of that taken into consideration, I still believe there's been enough fuckery added to that equation that made the results.
Misogyny is part of that too.
Yeah, and the misogyny.
Yep.
So it did, it was a bad combination, and some still really racist white folks out there that could have easily voted Kamala.
I don't plan on talking.
And
On November 5th. So number one, we...
Okay, I'm sorry, Tony. It keeps starting to play these videos, and it keeps throwing me off. I'm sorry.
Shit.
Look.
It's all right.
Double check. Make sure. I
You
did
go.
find couple things, right? Double check and make sure, especially, in red states, where your fucking votes went. I found mine that was, it was received. I can't tell if it was counted. It should say, I mailed it, and they know the date I mailed it. They know the date it was received. I'd like to know the date it was actually counted, and add that to when you look for if your vote was counted or not. Yes, that would be great. If you're, a warning saying your signature was not allowed or whatever, a lot of all these women I've been seeing purged from voting rolls. All people of color purged from voting rolls. There was like, I don't know, what was it, 1.21
something million
in Georgia alone. There's, 40,000 in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There's the numbers, and then people finding the shit in the fucking woods. So
in the middle of the street, see people going around the traffic. I'm
yeah,
I'm
we
glad
played
somebody
that.
stopped and picked it up.
Yep.
Now, if we'd had some non-racist white folks to counter that, that'd be great.
Yeah. Non-racist white folks are terrified.
Maybe,
they're terrified.
well, that's on them.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't want to hang out with my maggot people that I know anymore. I don't want to hang out with them. Fuck that.
No.
I'm not going to go have a beer with you. I'm not going to go hang out with you anymore.
No.
I don't
and
want everybody's like, oh, don't ruin your friendships over politics. Guess what? This ain't about politics anymore. This is about morals. This is about democracy. This is about our fucking Constitution. This is about, having respect for women. I mean, it's about way more than politics. Because politics...
affect the way we live our lives going forward.
Every day.
Yeah. It's, even in vaccines have become political.
Oh, shit. Heaven forbid we have another pandemic.
It's just like... anything, and
COVID is still here too. That thing can ramp up again.
Yep.
So, what I'm trying to say here is like, we tried to fucking tell you, we tried to protect you, even, not just ourselves, but even maggots. And when they find out that, now your children are going to get polio. Now your children are going to get smallpox and measles and all sorts of fucking diseases because RFK Jr. is going to be in charge and he's going to null and void all the vaccines that have been 200 years of science and technology work.
A privileged white guy that gets off on taking whale heads in his car with his kids is going to be in charge of health and human services.
The motherfucker collects skeletons and
health
skulls
and human
of
services.
animals. Anybody who collects skulls of animals is a sick ass motherfucker. Unless you're a scientist or an anthropologist or whatever the word is for that fucking thing.
Yes. But no, he's going to be in charge of health and human services.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody, because this is what we saw after the election, that these were the top things that were researched. Go ahead, roll it.
I just want to list out some of the Google search trends after the election on November 5th. So number 1, we have what are tariffs? Love. Take my vote back. Project 2025. Did Joe Biden drop out? What does the Department of Education do? Walk-in gynecologist near me. Racist text. Vladimir Putin. Deportation and denaturalization in DACA. Will I lose my health insurance? Trump SA. Is Trump a criminal? Gay marriage illegal. AB deaths. You were supposed to do this fucking research before you fucking voted.
Yep.
Love. Oh my God. No, you cannot take your fucking vote back. Yes, Trump is a fucking criminal. Yes, Trump was legally liable of SA. Fuck. Yes, you will lose your health insurance. Yes, Trump wants to get rid of gay fucking marriage. Yes, Joe Biden fucking dropped out. Oh my God.
I just keep screaming what he keeps screaming in my own head. You should have done this research before you voted.
Again, the corporate media did a disinformation.
Corporate media worked against them.
Yeah,
totally.
Trained them not to look for answers anywhere else.
Totally.
Long ago.
They weren't reporting the facts. They were reporting the opinions of misinformed voters. Costs are high. Inflation is high.
They were perpetuating opinions of misinformed voters.
Which in turn will affect the way people think, the economy.
It gives you that whole group thing, the whole group dynamic. I want to be a member of that group. I want to be a member of the club. I got to say that too. It's just really, really
That's why I say MAGA was in their information bubble. If this is what they're researching and this is the top 10 Google things, then MAGA was living in an information bubble, not us. They kept blaming us for living in an information bubble and that we don't know anything. Yeah. No. We're the ones who are going, no, your research is wrong and this and that and the other thing. And we would try to counter the disinformation, but we can't do it with our 599 subscribers.
But that's nothing to say against our 599 subscribers. We love every one of you and everything we do is
but
good.
What I'm saying is the people who are talking about the disinformation don't have massive channels. Yeah, you got Midas Touch and Lincoln Project and all these other people that have bigger channels than us. And Brian Tyler Cohen spewing the truth, but they're here.
They don't have the reach. They don't have the
reach. They're not.
They don't have the reach of these enormous tentacles of these big companies.
Fox News has the highest ratings.
Fox News has all these high ratings. Yeah, and that's because they're being paid for monthly every time people pay their cable bill.
How about every time? How about I just saw this?
How about everybody cuts their cable? That would be like everybody leaving Twitter.
Both. Everybody, it's going to be both. Mass exodus at both. I wanted to show this. Oh, yeah, they're complaining about Yeah, mainstream media is now complaining about all they're losing ratings. Oh, you're losing ratings.
Sorry.
Too fucking bad, assholes. Maybe if
you're
you'd been...
liars. That's why you're losing ratings, because you're liars. You wanted to make money. You didn't want to tell the truth. You wanted
Their
to make
ratings were
money
Russian.
instead.
Their ratings were Russian freaking phonies. That's all their ratings and their viewership was based on, was Russian and amplified numbers.
Yeah.
They thought they were so full in themselves. They really thought those were real ratings when actually those were the Russians flooding their channels and their streams.
Talking about.
Right.
But we know that, Fox News has been
And the military.
Fox News has been played on military.
Government
Everybody gonna
contracts with
keep
those
interrupting
cable-
me? Seriously, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Fox Entertainment. Sorry.
Okay, Fox Entertainment.
Yes.
Is played on military posts everywhere.
Installations.
Everywhere. They don't get any other channel. So you're just gonna pump and feed these everybody. Enough with the fake information. Let's just, you know what I mean? Like that's what we need, is to counteract. I want Taylor Swift and Oprah Winfrey and all these other left-wing billionaires to start funding left-wing media to counteract. And it can't be shut down because it's funded
About
by
Harpo Productions. Harpo. Oprah Winfrey has a whole
Mark
production.
Cuban. Come on. Start putting your money where your mouth is. Because guess
Oprah
what?
has Harpo Productions.
We can scream at the top of our lungs and nobody's going to hear us except for the beautiful 599 people that are here.
Yeah.
And so,
Yes.
so we, it's just, that's why I appreciate people like Midas Touch. And I know that it's, whatever. I don't,
We're all trying to do
They're
something.
doing their best. They actually get more ratings than MSNBC, CNN, like by himself. Like people view this, people view that. They're getting more people watching them because nobody's watching cable news. Nobody believes you anymore. Nobody believes you anymore. I see in our chat after the show, because I can't read every chat during the show.
No, that's
that
not possible.
after when I go back and I read, because I watch the show over again, you guys, and I read your chats, and
We all do. I think we all do
see
that.
a lot of people. I see a lot of people saying,
Must.
"I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore." The thing is that what Russians do is that they make everything so, you know what I mean? Like it's a massive like psyop campaign where they just, everything becomes distorted,
They make you doubt your own sanity. It's gaslighting.
Yeah, it
to
makes
the
you
nth
doubt your
degree.
own sanity. Yep.
Doesn't hurt
it's
to
to
probably
exhaust-
even watch the movie Gaslight.
It's to exhaust your critical thinking so you don't know what is real anymore. That is the point. That's what Malcolm Nance said. Malcolm Nance is a fucking intelligence officer. So, and he studied this shit. And guess what? Guess who else did? Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is now going to be what? Director of National Intelligence? So she's going to give everything we got to fucking Putin. Everything she can get her dirty little fingers on. Because she
Yep, that's freaking.
is absolutely
All the
Russian.
intelligence officials in the U.S. are freaking the fuck. Well, not just the U.S. Just worldwide are freaking the fuck out over that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you blame them? Do you blame them one fucking bit?
Nope.
No. And the bad people have been emboldened by all of this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the only thing I'm hoping is that they're also showing their hand, but the problem is to who? Who's going to enforce? Who's going to tell them they can't do this anymore?
Who's going to do something? Yeah, exactly.
There's That's the thing. Remember that poem? They came for so and so, and then they came for this so and so, and when they came for me, there was nobody left. Yeah.
Well,
that's
the person
where
standing between us and Trump is Biden and Harris right now.
Yeah.
So
and
we need to plead with them.
And Democrats
probably,
that are in office that have been elected. That's it.
We need to plead with them to stop him before he can take the reins. That's probably the best. I mean, I can't imagine what else we can do, because those are the only two people. Biden can get rid of Merrick Garland and put someone else in there, just like Trump did.
We need to demand a forensic audit of the election.
Yeah.
A forensic audit, not just a recount, a forensic audit.
A forensic audit is what I want.
You got Starlink involved, and then you got Starlink satellites falling out of the sky hours later. I mean, you just can't. They're so obvious about their cheating. That's the other thing. It's so obvious about the cheating.
Yeah.
It's not.
You know, they think they're doing hidden in plain sight, but they're doing a piss poor job of it.
Yeah.
Oh, they think we're more stupid than what we really are.
Yeah.
And
of course they do.
Well, maggots are, but we aren't.
I guess they thought more of us were stupid than not.
They only have their money if we give it to them, because that's how they sell. They have to sell it to someone. There's a buyer, there's a seller.
That's right.
Yep. There's no buyers for that seller. He can't sell his shit. He goes broke.
That's right.
Yep. Start shopping
so we got to really
again.
reevaluate.
Stop ordering all your shit online. Start finding it at a local fucking store and drive there and go get it.
Yeah. You know, there's this children's movie that I watch because I still have children. But this movie was called Wall-E.
Yes, I
and
remember that.
and the people in the chairs, they didn't have to do anything. They just sat in the chairs and, you know, hovered around.
Sedentary living.
Yeah.
They did an article like that on in Mad Magazine.
That's you know, what all the programming is done to people.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
And to me, that was like a cry to the children, don't let this happen.
Yeah. Benny Loco, about 30 years ago, they did the same thing. They turned, they did a cartoon, just like you're saying. And they turned people into those weebles that wobble, but they don't fall down things with no legs and no arms going down these slides to get through their McDonald's drive-through. You know, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody was shaped like a damn pear. It was terrible. It went through the whole metamorphosis of what happens when we don't use our brains, our everything.
Critical
and
thinking.
how everything
Critical thinking skills. That's what they.
Our critical thinking skills.
Russians want you to doubt your fucking own sanity.
Yeah.
That's what their whole plan is. It's a PSYOP campaign. And it's all been done through fucking Twitter and Facebook.
It was followed by Spy versus Spy.
And mainstream media that's owned by fucking gajillionaires. Fuck them all. Jim the Geek said, hold on. Jim the Geek said, Dems are stupidly nice. And I wouldn't say that. Actually, I would say we had faith in the system that it would work, that it would hold.
And we're the only ones holding it up.
Hold on. It didn't. It didn't because so many fucking Republicans rolled over and just said, go ahead, do whatever the fuck you want. They didn't impeach him twice. He created a fucking insurrection, a coup against our government, and they didn't fucking vote him guilty. And the courts will handle it. But the courts,
that's what Mitch McConnell said.
Yeah, the courts, they stacked with fucking right-wing lunatics. So enough. We're not nice anymore. The gloves are off. They're done.
You gotta fight.
The red coats.
For your right.
The redcoats followed King Tangerine.
Also ready to rock.
Tangerine King.
Yeah, we have we don't have a fucking monarchy here. But they want to make it into one real quick.
Yep.
Behind the Trumps.
They want someone to think for them and make decisions for them. That's what it is.
They're lazy.
Yeah.
Still hanging at $5.99. There's not one more subscriber out there. Not one. Hit the subscribe button, please. Get us to 600.
for you.
Ask a friend, right?
Yeah.
Ask a
Take your
friend.
friend's phone and go to their YouTube and subscribe to us from there.
Smash the like. Smash the subscribe.
Shout outs to you, family.
Share the show because, we need to get the word out. And I just feel like, I love you guys for being here. And I just feel like not so many people are listening. We need to share it out. Spread the word.
Shout out to 5 eggs.
5 eggs.
Yeah.
Dan
I'm going to start giving
Anderson.
shout outs right now to Moms Russo over here in Twitch and Salty Sylvester and Misanthropic and Stargal. I'm going to put my glasses on and yeah.
Yo, baby, I love her.
Thank you,
Nobody. Love you. Thank you guys. D8, thank you.
Baker, you can subscribe twice. Just make another account.
I see some new faces over here. And Leon, thank you guys so much. I see some new faces over here on Twitch. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, you guys. I really appreciate that. And over here and the tubes and the boy Blue Tomato and Coralie and Dean Baker and Diana and Gen X George, J-Fo, Jackie, Jesse James, Jim the Geek, Mark P, of course, we love you, brother. Mary P, minus Kevin, Anderson, Moms Russo, thank you. Peter, we love you, brother. Robin M, Steve, Susie Jones, Wayne, and Tiffany. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Please, again, like, share, subscribe to the show, and, help us grow.
All that hoopla.
So we can keep putting out the word as long as we have a channel. Every day I'm afraid we're going to get shut down.
Thursday night. We're about to make it Saturday fucking night.
Yeah.
But thanks,
And
everybody.
Billy Gaffney, he was in here earlier, but he must have scooted out. But yeah.
Aw.
Thanks you guys so much. Benny, Wizzy, Mark, love you guys so much. Spy Kinar, Janelle.
Yes. All our mods.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll see you Sunday.
Love
7
y'all.
p.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah?
Sunday.
Sunday, 7
As a matter of
p.m.
fact, honey, I'm gonna get high again.
Oh, look
Because that's what
at it.
you
I
do
made
at a
hearts
fucking
on
party.
your
You get too
screen.
high. You get too high. You stay too fucking long. That's why they call it a party.
That was a good trick.
Yeah,
See if I can do it again.
It won't do it for me.
You used to be able to do the fireworks too.
There they go. It's magic.
Snap out of it.
Thank you.
Aw.
Suffragettes, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we will be back live. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. Take care of somebody else.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the the Great Depression, passed the a tariff bill, the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which raised or lowered raised tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, couldn't reach the other way at first, so yeah. of bitchin' cars. Got my motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot. Oh no, oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She probably started to cry. Oh yeah.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing on the way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she'll probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super Bee. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Clark Gatlin. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gotta race you all the way to Mars. Oh no, no. Got everyone to do. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor in a dual quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Snap out of it!
Don't you know I just can't sleep at night? 'Cause I got your body on my mind. And I know you're out there having fun. Day in the morning and I'm coming down. And I know I just can't take no more. Girl, my bed is so here it comes, the rain again. Like my tears, it just keep falling, it just won't end. I know it's gonna take some time, but baby, you're so nice. Just can't sleep tonight. And the skies filled with lightning on this hot summer night. And you know I just can't wait no more. Till you come knocking on the door. Here it comes, the rain again. Like my tears, it just keep falling. It just never ends. Girl, I know it'll take some time, but baby, you're so nice. Just can't sleep tonight, 'cause I got your body on my mind. Hey, hey. just keeps falling, and it just never ends. Here it comes, the pain again. Just can't decide, girl, if it should end. Baby, what about that broken seven-sided day? What about the times I got on my knees and gave thanks and praise? What about the seventh time I called? I tried so hard, I gave my all. I tried so hard to steal my all. And now my head is still appalled. You say you're ready to evolve, babe. You say you never fall, babe. I hope you're almost over there. Hope you won that war you'd say it with. What about the seven wonders of the world? What about the seven sacraments and 7 days a week? I love you, girls, girl. What about the seven broken words you said? What about back my seven You said you're ready to evolve, man. You said you never babe. I hope you're almost over there. Hope you won the war you said you win. What about that broken seven Saturday? What about the time I got on my knees and gave you thanks and praise? What about the seventh time I called? I tried so hard to give my all, and now my head is still appalled. Now my head is still appalled. You said you're ready to evolve, babe. You said you never fall, baby. And I hope you're almost over there. Hope you were the one you said it with.
revolution will not be televised.